Yes, Ruben Abati. Abati blast Tinubu and Lai Muhammed. He said they gave me hell over insecurity under Jonathan. Former presidential spokesman and veteran journalist Ruben Abati has defended Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde's call for United Nations investigation into the alleged kidnapping incident in Orire, saying similar international inventions had occurred in Nigeria in the past. Speaking on Arise Television's morning show on Wednesday, Abati dismissed claims that the UN had no role in such matters, citing previous cases involving the Chibok and Kankara school abductions. His comments came amid the controversy surrounding Governor Makinde's call for the United Nations to investigate the Orire kidnapping saga in Oyo State. According to him, following the abduction of the Chibok girls, the United Nations Committee on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women set up a committee to examine the incident. He added that the UN Committee on Human Rights also looked into the Kankara school abduction, stressing that such interventions reflect the international community's concerns for humanitarian issues. Abati, however, said criticism usually arises only when domestic, local, or political disagreements are taken to the international stage. Drawing parallel with the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan, Abati recalled that prominent figures in the then opposition strongly criticized the government over insecurity. That is why we call them hypocrites. In fact, it is karma, nemesis that is working against this Tinubu administration. You can imagine all the nonsense they did, all the things that they did, and they stood their ground, and nobody harassed them, nobody arrested them, nobody said anything. Now those things are happening under them. They say no, you should not talk. If they had not even taken any decision against the government of the day as at that time, it would have been a different thing. But the same set of people, they are saying no, don't do that. And what they did that time, they will tell you that you should do not do it. I saw Oshomole who was crying up and down, even Fayose, all of them. Yeah, and don't forget, it's the same Fayose that first accused Seyi Makinde, that he said it categorically without missing words. He was not diplomatic about it. He just said it, oh her, just like the parlance of Nigerians on the street. He just said it, oh her. He said it without any try to decorate it or to color it. He said the governor of Oyo State, Makinde, knows about the kidnapping. Everybody was like, are you guys serious? Now the guy wants to clear himself, and you are not shouting. You are not talking about Nigeria as a sovereign country. When Tinubu and the Buhari, all of them were going to the US, calling the UN, that is what Abati, and I'm even surprised that Abati has been trying to tilt to their side all this while. Now he's now opening his mouth that Lai Muhammed, APC, or Tinubu, all of them, they frustrated his life during Goodluck Jonathan's time, when the Chibok girls case happened, that they were going to international this. Now somebody is calling that, okay, you accuse me of what I did, then let a neutral body come and investigate. You are not crying. Do you people have skeletons in your cupboard? Is it not the same like Oshomole that will tell you that anybody who has joined the APC, that his sins are forgiven? He talks now those things are the things that we can see as of today. So Abati is trying to let us know that this same thing that Makinde is doing was exactly what they did as at that time. So why would they not want the UN to come and investigate if they have not done anything wrong? And so in this same vein, he argued that those now criticizing Makinde's position had taken similar stance while in opposition. Abati said it is not true that the United Nations has never been involved in situations like this. Yes, this is to send message to Adams Oshomole, who is saying that Nigeria is a sovereign country. And Abati continued and said, when Chibok happened, I was in government at that time. The Committee on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, CIDA, at the United Nations set up a committee to look into this. When Kankara, I think there was a place called Kankara, where there was an incident of over 200 pupils were abducted. The UN Committee of Human Rights also set up a committee to look into the matter, which is a reminder that we are part of a common humanity. UN has its own purposes. When somebody supports Nigeria politics and differences abroad, that is when we say there is politicization. Now, let me remind everyone that when Baga happened, Alhaji Lai Muhammed, writing for the ACN then, which was a party of the present president, then gave me hell at the time. In fact, Lai Mohammed wrote specifically that President Goodluck Jonathan should be apprehended by the International Criminal Court for crimes against humanity. President Tinubu, governor as he then was, also came out and said that the Jonathan government has failed. So what is good for the goose is good for the gander. When they were outside the presidency, they said exactly the same thing. But what we are saying is that human lives are more important than the petty politics or the presidential ambition of political gladiators. They go cry tire. Say they no go do them. That's why I say it is karma that is working against them. It is karma. So it's good that Abati has come out. Even Nigerians have been saying it. Even Abati does not even need to come and tell us whether he's trying to steer to their side or it's not going to hold water, because Nigerians know what they know. Everybody is still alive. Nobody is still fresh in everybody's mind. So guys, let's know what you think and have your take in the comment section. Thank you.